As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her clients' rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Sometimes life pulls you from up here to down here to teach you a lesson. And you're in a valley right now. And there are lessons in this valley. I hope you learn from them.
Objective, independent justice.
You can always turn your life around. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Homeowner Association President Claire James is suing Jamie Bean in the amount of $800. Ms. James claims Ms. Bean is the cause of her being rushed to the hospital. Ms. Bean claims the incident that occurred was an accident.
All right, Ms. James, you are suing Ms. Bean for $800 for hospital bills and property damage. That's right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, and what's your relationship with the defendant, ma'am?
We live in the same neighborhood.
Okay, so what happened?
What happened was, okay, so I'm new to the neighborhood. I moved there about a year ago.
It's a gated community?
Yes.
Okay, of homes, townhomes, or these are single-family homes?
Single family homes.
Okay.
I moved there about a year ago, recent divorcee. I have 2 kids, and all I've wanted to do was create roots for them and have a place for them to grow up.
How old are your kids?
So I have a 4-year-old named Wyatt, and I have a 6-year-old named Timmy.
Okay, so did you welcome Ms. Bean into the neighborhood, ma'am?
Absolutely. I'm the president of the Homeowners Association, and I am one of the longest neighbors living there. I've been there forever, about 30 years.
Okay, so you run the neighborhood association?
I do.
Okay, did you join that association?
I have not joined the association, but I am making strong efforts to make friendships and relationships within the neighborhood. I work a lot to provide for my kids,
Okay.
and honestly, I tried to be friends with Miss James, but she made it incredibly difficult on me, very nitpicky.
Were you making it difficult for her to be your friend, ma'am?
No, I was not, Your Honor. As president of the Homeowners Association, it is my responsibility to ensure safety within the gated community. It's a great community to raise children. It's
What
very
do you mean
safe.
it's your responsibility to ensure safety?
It is. I have to make sure that people are following the rules.
So how do you ensure safety?
Well, when I see, as an example, her 4-year-old daughter out in the middle of the street riding a bike, falling off the bike, and there's no one at her house. Luckily, my son, Sean, who lives with me, I have two boys. One is away, one lives with me.
How old is Sean that lives with you?
Sean is just out of high school. He's 19 years old.
Okay.
So Wyatt fell off her bike, and my son just happened to be across the street, helped her up, brought her to our house since we couldn't get a hold of Miss Bean, and got her cleaned up, finally got a hold of Miss Bean, and she just, I mean, she was frazzled, of course, but...
Okay,
oh,
so
her
how
kids
did we
run
get to this situation? How do we get in court?
Well, her kids are like hooligans. I mean, they're running around all the time.
They're
just
children.
What do you mean,
Well,
hooligans?
they have no respect for other people.
Like, what do
know.
you see her children doing in the
Okay.
neighborhood?
We have an annual summer pool party.
Right.
Okay.
No, you've made a general statement, her kids are hooligans, so you should be able to just spout out a whole bunch of things they've done.
Yelling
Don't take
and
me to the
screaming,
one thing.
Running up and down the street.
Right.
You know, making fun of other children.
Right.
You know, they're just...
So what are your boys doing? Your kids?
Well, the son that lives with me, Sean...
And where's your husband?
I'm divorced as well.
Okay, so you're divorced too.
I am divorced,
and
yes.
you got one grown son living with you.
I have...
And what about the other grown son?
He lives away. He lives on his own.
What does he do for a living?
He's an attorney.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And the one that's living with you, what is he doing?
Well, he wants a career in baseball, so he is a Little League coach. But he's a great coach. As a matter of fact,
Okay.
Timmy, her son, is on his Little League team.
Okay. So
Yes.
what happened at the pool party?
Well, we have this annual pool party, and it had just begun. And I noticed that the kids were running around at the side of the pool. The adults were on the other side.
Right.
Nobody
There
was
was
paying
no
attention.
lifeguard? There was no lifeguard there?
Private community, we didn't have a lifeguard.
Do your
But
children know how to swim, ma'am?
My son Timmy is a weak swimmer.
Very
My
weak
daughter is always in a life jacket.
Okay.
And so Timmy was not in a life jacket. So I took it upon myself to go over, get a life jacket. I sat Timmy down and
Right.
explained to him
Well, why
the
didn't you
pool
talk
rules.
to his mother?
I mean, why didn't you just go talk to his mother and say, you know, your son is out by the pool? Although you should have seen your son out by the pool.
Well, she was all busy yickety-yakketing, you know, Desperate
Right.
Housewife stuff, you know, by the side of the
But
the
you're
other side of
supposed
the
to
pool.
be teaching her, from what I'm hearing, to be a better
She
parent.
does not like me. She will.
Well,
I
if
have
you know
tried
she,
to
if
offer
you
her,
know she
I-
didn't like you, then you should not have involved yourself with her children.
Coming up on Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
So you started a relationship with
We started
19-year-old
seeing
Sean?
each other, yes.
And later,
And I'm willing to give her money back.
$6,134?
No, definitely
Yes.
not.
Yes.
What are you willing to give back?
The money that she paid.
Supreme Justice is back with the case of HOA President Claire James, who is suing Jamie Bean for $800.
What happened the day of the party?
Okay, so I got the life vest for Timmy because she was busy with some of the other housewives. And I sat Timmy down, and I said, since my son is his coach, I said, how are you liking your Little League? And he said, Coach Sean tells me that I'm doing a lot better.
You're sitting down with him.
I'm sitting down with him. There are
Okay.
some chaise lounges on the other side of the pool. And he said, yeah, and I especially like when Coach Sean comes over and reads me a bedtime story at night.
Who's Coach Sean? Your son?
My son. And I'm like, what? What?
So you started a relationship with
We started
19-year-old
seeing
Sean?
each other, yes. We started going on dates, and he's just been so kind and nice to my kids.
Right.
And with
Wait,
benefits.
where's their daddy?
Their dad is living in Florida now.
Okay, do they have a relationship with their dad?
Not really, no. He's pretty much out of the picture.
So
he
he's
doesn't want to be
spending
a
the
part
night
of
at
it.
your house now?
He wants to, and I'm not, like, at this point, like, we've talked on so many different levels, and
Right.
he's so wise beyond 19. I
He
can't even
does
believe
spend
it.
the night at your house quite a bit. 'Cause
How do you
he'll
know
come-
he spends the night at her house,
Because
Mom?
when he comes home, I do not hear a vehicle pull up. And
Mm-hmm.
then after story time, Timmy tells me that he goes into Mommy's room and has playtime.
Who's
And he was-
Sean?
With Sean, with Coach Sean. They have playtime, and he's very upset because he has to go to bed, and he can't stay up and have playtime with Coach
So
Sean
how
and
did
Mommy.
you feel about this, Miss James?
Horrified. I was very miffed.
He's 19.
Yes, he is.
Okay, so he's doing what 19-year-old men do with 30-year-old women that are free and available and lonely.
Well, quite frankly, I think that she's taking advantage of him.
How is she taking advantage of him?
Because he's, reading him bedtime stories. He's, spending a lot of time with him.
I never asked him to do that.
Okay, so you hear about the bedtime antics, and then what happens?
So he tells me about the bedtime antics, and I mean, clearly I'm upset. And then somebody decides to be a mother and come over and ask me.
Who decided
what-
to be a mother? Oh, Miss Bean.
Miss
Okay.
Bean. And then, so she came over because I was getting a little vocal, and
Why were you getting so vocal about a life vest?
not about the life vest,
Oh,
about
about the
her with a
bedroom
little
stuff.
tryst with my young
What were you
son.
Not a tryst.
Excuse me, I thought you said like everybody looks up to you and everything. You were supposed to be the mature one there. So let me hear how vocal you are.
Well, Mom came up and asked me why I hadn't put the life vest
And
on
you
yet, and I
said?
said, I know what's been going on with you and my young son. And then she grabbed the life vest and she tried to pull it away from me, and I
Right.
said, no, I want to talk about this. She said,
Right.
no,
But
give
it
me
wasn't
the
your
life vest.
business.
It is my business. It's my son.
At
It
what,
is my
at
son.
what point is he a grown man, Mom?
Well, he wants a baseball career, and he was helping with the community,
Right,
which,
he's
which
probably
makes
not
me
going to
very,
have a
very
baseball
happy.
career at 19 if he didn't happen in high school. So that may be a
he
pipe
played-
dream
he
right
played
there.
Baseball in high school. He was very, very
He
good.
didn't get a scholarship anywhere.
Well, no, he did not, but he was very, very good. He probably didn't
So
pursue
you're
it as much.
you're tugging
we're
with
talking.
each other.
So she tries to grab the life vest out of my hand, and as I'm trying to stop her, and I want to be heard. I want to
Right,
talk to her.
right.
She's pulling, and as she's pulling,
And you're
she's
pulling
angling.
back, but you're pulling
I'm
back.
trying to hold it, yes.
Right.
And so a little,
Well, it's a
little game
tug.
of a
You're
little
pulling,
tug-of-war.
she's pulling. We're going
so she's
back and
angling,
forth.
She's angling me as she's pulling,
Right.
so that I'm backed up against the pool.
Why didn't you
And
just
so
let
quick-
go?
I didn't let go. She let go. She let go like this, and then I flew into the pool, fully dressed with my brand new cell phone. Thank you very much. And I believe she purposely let go because she's angry at
But
me.
wait, let me stop you. We're pulling back and forth.
Yes.
You want to take it. She wants to take it. So
Right.
she let you have it. She let you have it.
Yes.
And then boom.
Not after positioning me so that my back was to the pool, and as I pulled, she let go like this.
So you ended
And
up in the pool.
I ended up in the pool. And then coming out of the pool,
Right.
I cracked my head on the edge of the pool, and there was blood everywhere.
Right. And where was Sean?
Sean wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't there. She's laughing hysterical, like she
Right.
thought this was funny, which I thought was very rude. It was intentional.
So you
she
had-
intentionally let go of the life vest so that I would
You
fall in.
wanted her to let go of the life vest.
No, I didn't.
So why didn't you let go? Exactly. So you got what you
I
deserve.
still
Have you
wanted-
learned anything from this at all? What's going on with Sean? Are we still an item or?
Yeah, I'm still talking to Sean. He actually told
He's
me
still spending
not
the night
to.
over there with you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we go on dates. It's not just like
Right.
he's-
Mom, it's still going on? Nothing has changed?
Nothing's changed.
Right.
I
think you got what you deserved.
I
I'm
have
ready
some-
to roll. Judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
Now I know you don't like me, but I really believe that you're using my son, and one of these days you're going to break his heart.
I'm sorry you have a problem with our relationship, but it's genuine, and he's an adult.
And coming up,
And I'm willing to give her money back.
$6,134.
No, definitely not.
Yes.
What are you willing to give back?
The money that she paid.
talent scout Sally Harris is suing cabin owner John Turner in the amount of $6,134.52. Ms. Harris claims she booked Mr. Turner's cabin for a trip to Sundance, but found out the cabin wasn't available at the last minute. Mr. Turner claims Ms. Harris didn't rebook the cabin within the 6-week window she was given after canceling the year before, so it's not his fault the cabin wasn't available.
All right, Ms. Harris, you are suing Mr. Turner for $6,134.52 for breach of contract. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, so how do you know this defendant?
Well, excuse me. This man has a cabin that he rents out at Sundance. And
At the festival?
Yeah, the Sundance Festival
Where
in
is
Utah.
that?
Park City, Utah.
Oh, okay, so you own a cabin in Park City?
Yeah.
Okay, you rent it out just for the festival?
Just for the festival, and I live in it.
All right, so you decided you were going to go to Utah and rent a cabin and scout out at the Sundance Film Festival.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I bought 3 of my co-workers with me.
Okay.
And I made arrangements with the defendant to
Rent his cabin.
rent his
How much
cabin.
was the rental?
It's $415 per night. So for 6 nights, it's $2,490.
Okay, all right.
Basically, last year,
Right.
I had a last-minute cancellation
5
because
words
my
already.
boss died.
Right.
My boss died.
Right.
And I let him know, and I had to attend the funeral. And he said to me, look, I will let you come next year if I can find a renter for my place. You can come next year for free. So he found a renter.
Is that right, what she's telling me?
Yeah.
It is absolutely right.
Okay, so last year, you told her she could stay this year for free?
The thing is, she just had her boss die.
I understand that part.
There are some things that are more important than money sometimes.
I'm not questioning your motives. I'm just trying to understand why I'm here.
Coming up,
And I'm willing to give her money back.
$6,134?
No, definitely
Yes. Yes.
What are you willing to give back?
not. The money that she paid.
Supreme Justice is back with the case of Sally Harris, who is suing John Turner for breach of contract.
Is there something in writing I can understand maybe?
There's the rental agreement.
From last year? Mm-hmm. Is there an agreement, something written down about this year? Was there anything in writing about this year?
I relied on him telling me, look, I managed to get a renter. You can have the place next year.
Okay.
And there's no reason for me to expect that I wouldn't have the place next year. And he gives me this bogus excuse that the place is not available to you because my wife is having some sort of problems, I don't even know what.
And how How far in advance of the event did he tell you that?
He didn't tell me that until I already had booked my plane reservations.
How far in advance of the event?
I gave him 6 weeks' notice. You know, he lives in this place.
What is this that you're holding up? Let me see what this is.
I have not only the rental agreement, but I also have
You mean a rental agreement from last year?
And I have from this year the medical thing from my wife, because my wife was having a child and there was a high-risk pregnancy. She had to stay as doctor's orders, as you read there.
I don't look at doctor's notes. The contract you had before basically says that if you don't want to lose your deposit, the money you've paid, you got to give me 6 weeks notice that you're going to cancel.
Yes, Your Honor.
If I'm using the same language and carrying it over to that promise that you could have this next year, then unless she gave you 6 weeks notice that she was going to cancel, the place was hers.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns.
Okay, so you're saying that you were unable to fulfill the contract because your wife was bedridden with her pregnancy.
So he says.
Right?
Uh-huh. And I'm willing to give her money back.
$6,134?
No, definitely not.
Yes.
What are you willing to give back?
The money that she paid, not the...
No. I had to spend $3,500 to stay at a hotel that was so much farther away from Sundance.
I
that
can
cost
give her
me
back.
money.
How much did you pay for your ticket to get there?
Oh, I'm not even charging him that. I paid 20.
how
Okay,
much
I'm
is
paying.
she-
So I paid for all my coworkers and me. So that's at least a $6,000 or $7,000 thing right there.
All right, so you had the $2,500 that she was going to stay there. You're going to give her that back because you didn't have that available.
Because that's understandable.
All right. And then she had to pay an additional $3,584 on top of what she paid you. But if I gave it all back to you, then you stayed everywhere for free. All I'm giving you back is the money that you paid him. That's what I'm going to give you back. Because you know what? He did give you the consideration of saying you can come next year to, this is a big festival, like one of the biggest festivals in the world, to give you that opportunity to do that and not say, you know, I can go up on the rent and charge more money this year. So what I am going to do is give you back what you paid him, which is $2,500. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $2,500.
I should never have had to take you to court to get my money back for the rent of your cabin.
You canceled on me. I canceled on you. Judge said I had to pay, so I will.